behind.
Hey, yo, white stuff. How
Does
you
your
doing?
does it itch too? Does it itch?
No, it doesn't hit. It's just you feel me. It's just hard and you feel me.
Feel
Like
me? I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
no, like it's hard. It's hard.
What's
Like
that?
Yeah, you definitely have worms. Oh, Jesus. Oh, you have worms.
I
Isn't that
have worms.
nice? Yeah.
That's not nice. That's absolutely not nice.
If I
Are
was
y'all
you,
discussing God?
yeah, we are.
Okay.
Um,
Who thinks that God is not real?
Me and the other person.
Okay, why?
Me and
Who's the other
her.
person?
You.
No. Not me. Not me. I believe
We're
in God.
basically the same.
No, I believe in God.
Midnight. Why do you think God is not real?
Because it's not a fact.
What do you mean it's not a fact?
What do you think I mean?
What's the fact?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
not
the devil,
God.
bro.
God
That's
is
the
not a
devil, bro.
fact.
That's the devil, bro.
Here, listen.
She is the devil, bro.
I'm not the one pooping out worms, okay? So,
I'm not
anyways,
doing worms either.
I know you're not. He is. Mike, be
Okay, so
quiet.
tell me. If you think
Listen,
that God is not real,
let me give
and
you
yeah,
my
okay,
argument, okay, little boy?
okay,
Oh my
little boy.
gosh, she got you, little boy. Oh my gosh, she got
No,
you,
it's
little
okay,
boy.
it's okay,
You just
it's
gonna
okay.
take that? You just gonna take that?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
You
Yeah,
be
I'll take
quiet,
that.
little miss. Okay, so
Okay, so are you gonna
do you
talk?
know Egypt, right? Do you know of Egypt?
Egypt, yeah.
Did you know Egypt, at that time, which would be 1,600 years ago before Christ, BCE, did you
Uh-huh.
know that they
Okay,
believed
okay,
in
okay, wait.
multiple gods?
So you believe in Christ?
No, I don't. Let me just continue
Then
with the
why are you
story.
taking him as then why are you taking him as as a
Christ does not come in 20 different
historical?
forms, now does it?
Well, if you didn't
Like
believe in
the
God,
Egyptians.
you wouldn't even like mention him historically. You're saying before Christ. So
No, that's just how
there
things
was a
are.
Christ, there was a God.
No, that's just how things are. That's how history is just set
No,
up.
that's not how things are, man.
Can you stop?
You should buckle up. No, it's I shouldn't stop. It's an argument.
BCE, you like me to say that?
BCE means before Christ. You mentioned before
Before
Christ.
Christ
You
entered.
said that God is not real. Then
No,
what
but
did
that's what
you?
they call it, so I'm calling it too.
Ah, that's what they call it. Okay, go on.
Okay, anyways, so
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the Egyptians believed in many different gods for the
Mm-hmm.
afterlife because they believed in an afterlife that they had to be mummified for, and a lot of their possessions had to go with them when they
Mm-hmm.
die. You probably know that, don't you?
Uh-huh.
So Egypt was the largest empire at that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking you, why did God not think to put Christianity in Egypt, with it being the largest empire in
Mm-hmm.
the world at that time? Why he chose to do it in Jerusalem?
Jerusalem are Jews, not Christians.
No, but they did it in Israel.
Mm-hmm. Jews there in Israel, not
Okay,
Christians. We have
I
Jews.
know.
We have
Jesus was in
Christians. We
Israel,
have
correct?
Muslims. We
Jesus
have a
was
lot.
in
We have a lot of. We have a lot of what do you call it?
Waldo.
Religions.
You don't have to give me a story because I'm not
No,
asking you
I'm not
for.
giving you a story. I'm giving you a fact. You mentioned fact. Yeah,
Hmm.
this is a fact. You can't
Christianity
even
actually
put
spread
on.
to
Listen,
Egypt.
listen.
It
You
did, but
can't even
not
put on.
that
You
time
can't even
period.
put on a good
Can you
argument,
answer
like
my
a real
question?
argument.
Because you're
Yet
gonna
you
go
are
somewhere
bragging
else.
about
Like I'm
God is
trying to go
not real.
straight, and you're trying to go right. I'm
No,
going
I'm not
straight.
going
Can
right. I'm going
All
straight.
right, so
I'm not
fine. We'll
taking your
scratch
right
that.
or your
We'll
argument.
scratch whatever I
Okay.
was saying because
Okay. Can I give
you.
you an argument? Can you
No,
give me? Can I give you an overview? Stop screaming. I can hear you. You're gonna make.
no,
Stop
because
screaming. You're annoying.
because
Can you
talking
tell me
over
how did?
me, little
Okay, no,
Mister.
I'm not talking over you. I'm taking. No, I'm not talking over you. It's my turn.
Let me just state the
Can you
point,
tell me
okay?
how did the world start? Like how did the universe start?
I'm not good. This is gonna lead up to it. Just let me finish. Can you just let me
Okay, finish.
finish? Like, why are you
Okay, finish.
impatient?
Okay, finish.
So, my question
Mm-hmm.
was to you, why did
Mm-hmm.
God not choose to bring Christianity to Egypt at that time?
Christianity did spread that time.
No, it didn't. Before Christ? No, it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
Before
CE.
it did.
That would be CE. We're not talking about that.
We're
Okay?
talking
We're
about,
talking about
listen, if we're
before
talking religion,
Christ.
listen. If we're
Oh my
talking
God.
God's religion, like God wanting to spread himself, we have a lot of religions that
Okay, well, I guess we'll
going
scratch
down.
it.
Listen,
No, I
stop,
don't want I
stop.
don't want
Yeah,
you to give
you're
me a
like,
summary of what I'm saying.
listen,
I want
you
to give a
talk too
summary to
much.
you. Okay, goodbye. I'm not
You
wasting my
talk too
time.
much. You don't.
That listen, when we're debating a topic such as God, it's gonna include a lot of talking. And if you don't want to
Well,
listen, you can
you
skedaddle
know what
and
you
hit.
just said? You just said, why didn't God bring Christianity to so and so before Christ? Do you know what Christianity is? Do you even know what that means?
It means
Do
a
you
fake.
even know what that
It
means?
means a fake fallacy.
It is not possible for Christianity to be there, to be present
Can you
before
stop being
Christ. You
defensive?
do
Let me
realize
just
that,
do
right?
my argument with you, okay?
Are you listening to a word I'm
I
saying?
am, but I don't want to hear it right now. I just listen. What
Of
I gotta
course,
say, listen. What I'm gonna say is gonna make you stop believing. Just let me finish, okay?
Oh,
Please, just let me finish. I don't want no history
go ahead.
lesson. Okay. So I brung up that point in Egypt is because it depends where you are born for what religion you're going to follow. So if you were born in a place like Afghanistan and your whole family was Muslim, you're most likely to be Muslim. If you were born in the south of the United States, right, you're most likely to be Christian, and so on and so forth, right? So it depends where you're brought up on what your religion's going to be.
Cool
So,
fun fact, Daya. Cool fun fact. Anyways, let's get back to the crux of the issue. So, you
wait,
were
let me tell you why
expecting
it's
the
not a
guy to
fact.
answer the question, bro.
Well,
So
he
you
didn't
want to
have
say
to
what you
answer
just
it.
said? Wait, what you just said is not a fact?
No, I'm going to move on to the fact argument.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, question. You're Christian, correct?
Yeah,
If the Bible never existed, would you be Christian?
Bible never existed. Um, that doesn't even
It's a hypothetical.
it doesn't make sense.
Can you
It just
answer?
does not make sense.
Just
The
answer,
Bible is a
okay?
collection of documentation and books
I
regarding
see. I
Christianity.
told you I don't want no history lesson. I know more than you
No, it's
on
not
this
even about
topic.
that. It's the case that's just a problem. If there's no
Okay, so with
documentation
with
about
all the
Jesus, if
documents
there's no
combined together to form the
it's
Bible, if
yeah,
the question is, if the
yeah, bro.
Bible didn't exist, would you think you'll be Christian still?
If the Bible didn't, if you just mean to say that the documents and letters,
Answer
hold
me,
on, hold on,
boy.
wait, I don't know why
No,
people don't like hearing
no.
like having intelligent discussion. They
Answer.
just want to
No,
interrupt
you're
you.
just trying to do like
But
trying to
anyway,
way to
it's an
scoop out of the
it's an
hole.
ill-formed
You're gonna stay in
question.
there
It's an
until I
ill-formed
bury you.
question, bro.
Answer the
You
question,
gotta
okay?
disambiguate the question.
No, we
You gotta
don't.
disambiguate the question.
You
Here,
know what?
I can show you why.
Let me put
Hold on,
more
hold
words
on,
to
hold
it
on,
so you can't
hold on,
dig a
chill,
hole,
chill, chill,
okay?
chill. Hold on, chill. I
So
can show you where
the
the hole
book.
is.
No,
Wait, hold
no.
on,
Stop.
hold
You
on, hold
can't
on.
answer?
Wait,
See,
wait,
he
I'm
knows
trying
where
to
I'm
answer right
going.
now. I'm
No,
trying to answer
okay,
right
I just
now.
want a yes or no, little friend.
Yes or no? If by Bible you just mean to say the documents are all put together in one collection, then yeah, I'll still be Christian. Don't care.
I'm not
But
saying that's not the
anyways,
question.
anyways.
That
Well, the
wasn't the
question, if
question.
The Bible didn't exist, I'm still Christian. Boom. Answer your question. Now, anyways, do you want me to
Hold on.
explain to you the problems with what you're talking about?
No, let me finish.
I just answered your question, bro.
You're so funny in a disgusting way. Now, let me tell you, you
Hey?
wouldn't be Christian if the Bible never
Oh my
existed.
gosh,
Because
bro.
guess what? Christianity comes from the Bible. Nowhere else, okay? So if the Bible that literally explains your whole religion didn't exist, you wouldn't be Christian. It's that simple. Now I was gonna move on to a different point, but you won't allow me to, so I have to replace you. Any last words?
Yeah, so
Yes, so goodbye. You can't answer my question. I don't want you to go somewhere else because I'm leading up to an
what?
argument. That's why I'm asking you questions.
Yo, what's up?
Hi.
Yeah, you don't think God is real?
No, can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
And you're allowed to say something else besides yes or no, but don't ask me a question because now you're refuting and going back. Okay? When I ask you these
Okay.
questions.
Sure.
So, firstly, I just want to premise that Egypt, let's go back in history for a second.
Uh-huh.
Before BCE, Egypt, before Christ, those people at that time in Egypt, they believed in multiple gods for the afterlife, to help them during the afterlife. That's why they believed in those many gods in Egypt.
Okay.
And if those things turned out to be faked, then what they did throughout their life would be a waste of time. So,
Not
firstly,
really. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
firstly, it's a coping mechanism, for
I
one.
don't agree with that. That it would be a waste of time.
Did you know what an Egyptian would do to set for death during their life?
Wait, could I explain?
Okay, go.
So, like, if a religion teaches to be kind to others, for example, and it ends up being fake, I don't think that's a waste of time because being kind to others is a good thing to do.
Okay, but that wasn't what the gods that they believed in told them to do. It was for the afterlife, not telling them to be nice.
Wait, so the religion never told them to be nice so they can go to the afterlife?
No,
Like, they
that
didn't
had
have to be
nothing
good
to
people.
do with it. That had nothing to
So
do
they
with it.
didn't. So they didn't have to be good people to go to the afterlife.
No, not in their
You,
religion.
which religion are we talking about here?
The religion of Egypt.
What is it called?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I'll search it up right now
Okay.
just to make sure what this is.
Do before BCE what the Egyptians followed, and then there's the religion.
Um, yeah, it says that they were taught to give money to the poor and to the hungry and to be kind so they can experience the afterlife. So you're wrong.
And where does that say that when you search that?
Yeah, I just searched it up. It's talking about something ancient Egyptian religion. It's talking about something called I don't know how to pronounce it, but Mot. MA, or I'll just type it in chat like this. It says that that's how to be kind to others so they can experience the afterlife.
No, it's the principle that the universe and society should remain orderly and just. That has nothing to do with giving to the poor.
Wait, it just said here, right? Hold on, let me see. It says it says was the goddess of cosmic order, and they were taught to feed the hungry, give water to the thirsty, and clothe those who had no clothes, so they could have a better afterlife.
That's what it says?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that's what it says then.
Okay, do you think that's still useless? Is that a waste of time?
Well, they're doing those things for not for their own gratitude. They would be doing whatever it says that they're doing on my end for the afterlife. So you have
Wait,
to keep that in
but
mind.
you're saying that what the things that they're doing, they're like useless or like they're a waste of time. Do you think that
No,
being kind to
I
others
just
is a
said,
waste of time? You said it's a waste
um,
of time. Do you think being kind to poor people is a waste of time?
it depends what you're doing. But
You're
in
giving money
reality,
to the poor.
yeah, but you need to understand why they're doing that, not what they're doing.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, why they're doing it. So
but that's not
whether
what
you
you
feel
talked
like it's
about.
a good action or not is beyond the point. They're doing it not to actually help the people. They're doing it so they can have a better afterlife.
Wait, but they're still doing a good thing, right? Because giving
I
money to
don't
the
really
poor
care
or
what they're
hungry people.
doing. I'm looking about
Oh,
why they're doing it.
but that's not what you said earlier. What you said is that what they're doing is a waste of time, not why they're doing it.
Exactly,
So that's
because
not what you
the
said.
reason.
That's not what you said.
Okay, how is that not pairing?
You want me to type in
It's a
chat what you
big.
said?
No. It will be a
Okay.
big waste of time, for one, if it was wrong, which it is, because they're doing all those deeds for the afterlife. You're just looking about like the action itself and not why they're doing it for. So they're not doing it just, out of intuition. They're doing it for themselves, not for the
But
homeless.
that's not what you said. This is what you said. I'll just type it in. You said what they're doing is a waste of time.
Yeah,
So
it
the
is.
action, so giving to the poor, which is the action, that's the what, is a waste
Okay.
of time, not the why, like the motive. You
I'm
never
s-
talked about
yeah,
the
I'm
motive.
saying that's what they're doing it for, and that's why it would be a waste of time. Like, what else
That's
do you
not
want me to
what you
say?
said. That's not what you said. All right, you're
All right,
confused. You can move on, bro. You're confused, but
yeah,
you can move
I
on.
would like to move on because that had nothing to do with anything
Yeah,
that I
you're
was
very
bringing up
confused,
to.
but you can move on. It's all
I think
right.
it's the other way around. Sorry.
Okay, sure, go ahead. Move on,
Okay,
go ahead.
so at that time in ancient Egypt, they believed in that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it would be a waste of time
Okay.
if everything that they were doing never led up to an afterlife. Okay,
Okay.
so moving on. It had to do with the environment that you are in for whatever religion you believe in. Okay? So people claim that, oh, you have to find your own path to God. But what if you're born into that religion and everyone around you is that religion, or maybe you might get killed if you're not religion? Then it's not really your own path. It's what the path that people set for you, which is not your own. Okay? So, like, if you were born in Afghan, okay, where most people, 99% is Muslim, right? So if you were born in there, you would be Muslim. If you were born in the South of America, you will be
You don't know
Christian.
that.
If
You
you
don't
were
know
born
that for
in
certain.
India, you'll be Hindu, so on
You
and
don't.
so forth,
You don't know
right?
that for certain. You don't know that for certain.
Okay, so what I'm highlighting is it depends where you're born at, right? So the fact that you're Christian because you live in America is
How
not
do you know
because you
that?
found your own path. So
How
let
do
me
you know
ask you a
that?
question. Were you born into a Christian family?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, you were born Christian.
Okay, yeah.
Your whole family is Christian?
No, not all my family.
Okay, the people you see every day, are they Christian?
Not all of them.
Not all of them? Then what else are
No.
they?
Some of them are agnostic, some of them are atheists, and some of them aren't Christians, but they believe in a God.
Okay, so the people you live with, they're a bunch of different religions.
Yeah, like some of them, they have different beliefs. Like we're not all the same Christian, so I don't understand.
You said you're not the same Christian? Then what are you?
Yeah,
What are you guys?
yeah. Like, do you know different denominations of Christianity?
Yeah, but
Like four?
you just said that they're agnostic and atheist. Now you're saying they're different dominations.
I
So
just
which
told
one
you
is
that
it?
there's people. I just told you that it's all of them. Like you're not listening to what I'm saying.
So you're the Christian. You have a Mormon in your house. You have a Catholic in your house.
I never mentioned Mormon, bro. Like I don't know why
Well,
you're saying this, but
that's a different domination of Christianity.
did I mention Mormon? Did I say that?
You didn't have to mention it. You just said different
All right, so
domination.
why are you bringing that up? Then why are you bringing it
Because
up?
it's a different domination. I'm trying to see what you got around you. Do you even know?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
know.
what dominations is your mom of
My
Christianity?
mom would be Wait, what does this have to do? I'm sorry, like, what does this have to do with what you're trying to say?
Well, I would lead up to it. Can you just answer the question, dude?
It's a bit personal, no? I'm pretty sure I already told you. All
As
you need to know
it
is
has
that
nothing to
not
do
all
with
of us.
you, though.
All I told you. All you need to know is that not everyone in my family is Christian. Like that's all you need
But
to
then
know.
you
If
go
I don't
on and
want to
say
say
they're
more.
different dominations of Christian, so they would still
I
be
said
Christian.
I said there's some of them that are Christian and some of them that are not. You're not listening. I said agnostic and
Yeah,
atheist as well.
and then I said the people in your house, and then you say different
Y-
domination.
Yeah, and I also said they're agnostic and atheist, some of them. So you're
And
still not listening.
then I asked
Can
too.
you go on with your point? Like I don't know why we're wasting time.
No, you're the one not answering the question. If you can't answer a question, just say that.
What? Like I just told you, some of them are not Christian. Some of them are Christian in different
Okay,
denominations.
that's not
Like
answering my question. I asked what are they,
what?
not what kind of Christian they are.
Okay.
What
You're asking what kind of Christian they are? Is that what you're asking?
I said that's not what I asked. I just
What are
asked
you asking?
the people who you live with, the people you spend time with, what are their religion?
I said some of them are Christian and some of them are different denominations and some of them are not.
Awesome. Okay, I guess that's the answer that we're
Like
rolling with.
I'd
Either
already said that. Like what? All right, go on.
Okay, anyways, so the point was that it depends where you are brought up and who is around you or what religion you are. Okay? And I
Mm.
already said the path thing with it can't be your own path. You can't find your own path to God if you're born into something and people are around you are these things that you're born as, like just say Christianity. So it's not your own pathway. If
Like
so,
how do you?
if
Yeah, how do you
so,
know how do you know for certain that somebody born in India is gonna be a Hindu? Like how do you know that for certain?
like 8 out of 10? Well, because majority of India is Hindu.
That's such a fallacy in both like
They're
statistics and
not?
logic. Just
How is it?
because the major
How?
yeah, that just
How?
means that there's majority of Indians are Hindus. Doesn't mean that if you're born in India, you're going to be a Hindu. That doesn't
Then
that's
you would
not
be
that doesn't
Christian,
equate. You can't
right?
equate it.
You would be
You can't
Christian, right?
equivocate. You
Do you
can't
not?
equivocate. I'm not saying that. I'm just
No,
saying you
but
can't equivocate
you're
with those statistics.
disproving. You're trying to
What?
disprove what I'm saying, right? Like people don't go by the majority. They go about like every number, which is not true. People go
I
by the
said
majority. So tell me, what other option would it be in India? They
literally
can't be.
any literally any other religion possible, including rejection of religion. Like I don't know. This is well known, by
Okay,
the way.
so I'm not saying. Oh my God, bro.
What
Stop
are you
trying to look
saying? I
for an
don't.
argument. I'm
What?
actually not gonna clarify it for you. I think you got it. Okay, so
What?
that is what matters. Okay, so let me tell you why God is not a fact. Are you ready?
Uh, sure.
Okay, so if you remove, this is a hypothetical, if you remove all the knowledge you know about the sun, for example, okay, so you don't know that the sun is 20 times million of the mass of the earth, right? Let's just put
I
that
don't.
all aside. All aside. You don't know nothing about the sun. Would you still think
Okay.
the sun exists?
Can I? It depends. Can I? Am I still alive and existing?
Yeah, you just don't have any knowledge about the sun.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I would believe it. I would believe in the sun, but I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't
Really?
call it the sun. Maybe I'd call it something else because I can see it
Okay,
every day and I can feel
but
the
it
sun.
would be the ball in the sky that has heat.
I. Yeah, I could call it anything I want, but I would still
Okay,
believe that the
whatever
sun
you call it,
exists.
let's just reference it for the
What?
sun, okay?
All right.
Dang. So I find that really hard to believe, actually, but let's just move on.
What? Wait, why do you find that
So,
hard to believe?
no, let's
Wait, no,
just
no, no.
move
Why do you
on.
find that hard?
I'm
No,
just
that's not move up
moving
from
on.
that. Why do you think that's hard to believe? I'm sorry,
Because
what?
the last question I'm going to ask you, you're going to be like, no, 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 no. That's why I find it hard to believe. So this is not the last question.
All
This
right,
is the
buddy.
second to last. So let's say you see a dolphin when you're on your boat in the ocean. Let's see you saw a dolphin and you have no knowledge, zero knowledge about that dolphin. Would you still think it actually exists if you saw it in front of you? Yes or no?
Yes, because it's observable
Really?
and it's empirical. Yeah.
Okay, let's say for this example, okay, that you give a bear a phone. And obviously the bear doesn't know nothing about the phone. It doesn't even know it's a phone. Do you think it still would act like it existed?
Yeah.
It would?
Yes. If I
Okay.
gave it to them, like obviously.
Okay, and one more thing. If you remove everything you know about um everything you know about the moon, so you don't even know what it does, but you just know it might be there, right? Because all the knowledge is removed from you. Would you think it still existed?
Well, can I see it when I go out at night?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I would think it exists.
Okay, so the question lies, if all you knew about Christianity, which comes from the Bible, if that was removed, would you still think God existed? Would you be
Wait, I'm
Christian?
sorry. Are you saying that if I forgot the Bible, like everything about the
No.
Bible, or everything
If
about
in this
Christianity?
hypothetical, not saying in real life, in this hypothetical, if the Bible never existed, which is all the knowledge you get from Christianity and
That's
your
not true.
morals and how the world was created and Jesus and the story of Jesus, all that stuff comes from the Bible, right?
That's
Old and
not
new,
true.
old and new. So you remove
It's
everything,
true.
you remove the
Uh,
Bible. Well, you don't remove it.
yeah.
It's just act like it never existed. Would you still be Christian?
Okay. Well, yeah, because the church fathers' writings would still exist. It's not just the Bible.
So if the Bible never existed, then those people wouldn't wrote what they wrote because they are writing
What?
from the Bible.
No, no.
Yes,
These were written these were written either before the Bible, along with the Bible, or after
no,
the Bible.
it was
Yes, they
during the
were.
Bible. They
Yeah,
don't,
but they weren't they're not a part of the Bible. They're separate like church fathers
no, they pull
like
from the
basically.
Bible and then they make it something else. That's what the church fathers do. So
But
it
you
was
do
during
know
the
if you don't
Bible.
even if you remove the Bible, you do know that like Christianity was orally passed down like through stories and like through mouth. So it would still find its
Okay,
way
but
to
the
us.
collection of the book that will include all the books written and that was put in the Bible, those would be
Yeah.
removed as well because that is a part of the Bible. So all of those things are now gone. Okay, they never
Yeah.
existed. So they have the
Yeah.
church fathers have nothing to go off of or onto. So
Wait,
they have
you do
no idea
know
either.
the
So I'm
church
asking
fathers
you,
the
I
church
already know.
fathers
I already know. Okay?
I know, but the church
I
fathers
already know.
they
I
had
already
visions
know.
from okay. You
I
already know.
already
Can I talk?
I already know. I'm not asking
Can
what
I
the
talk?
church fathers had, right? Because they
Can I
don't have the
talk?
Bible anymore. I just want a
Yeah.
yes or no answer, okay?
I already told you yes, I would, because the church fathers can receive revelations from God through vision.
Listen. What's your name?
Bro, what?
Okay, so I'm just gonna call you bro what? Bro what? Okay? If the Bible never existed, okay, those messages wouldn't come down in the way that it's already done for those church fathers, okay? Because they're just going to think they're just seeing certain stuff that is not real because they don't have the Bible to pull from to bring it to make it make sense, okay?
Wait,
So,
what?
but you're not a church father, so you can't receive those visions. Okay?
Yeah,
So let's stop
yeah, they would.
acting like you can.
The
So
church fathers receive visions,
we're not
and they would
asking
pass
what
that
they can
down.
do. Okay?
They would
We're
pass
not
that down,
asking.
and that's what I would believe in. They would pass that
So
down, and
you
that's
would
what I would believe
believe in
in.
visions that someone is claiming that they seen.
That is literally most of the authors from the Bible, what they
No,
experienced. So I don't see
I don't
what
know
that's
why
going to
you
be a
keep on
problem.
pulling from the Bible when that doesn't exist in this hypothetical.
I'm telling you, that's if I believe in the Bible and those are authors who received visions, then I would believe in the same thing in this
You would
example. I
believe
don't.
in, so this is what it would be in this hypothetical. Those church
Uh-huh.
fathers, right? Because there will be no church without the Bible, by the way. So those
What? Wait, how do you
fathers,
know that? How do you know that? How do
because
you know that?
that is what Christianity formed the church. Did you not get that in the Bible?
Wait, but you do know that Jesus told this, even if it wasn't written down in a Bible and given out to people, that Jesus did make a certain apostle the head of the church. Like the church would still exist
Okay,
if the
no, the
Bible doesn't
church
exist.
wouldn't exist without the Bible. That's impossible.
You can
That's
search
literally
that up,
impossible.
brother. You want to search
I'm
it up?
not, I search up,
You
no. I just want you to
no,
answer
search it
this
up.
question.
No, no, no. Search
I
search
just
it
want you
up.
to
No,
answer
search it
this
up.
question.
No, no, no. I want you to search it up
Goodbye.
first. Okay, I guess.
The answer would obviously be no. If the Bible didn't exist, you wouldn't exist as a Christian. That simple. And the reason I was going to hopefully get to with you was you cannot disprove a fact. You can take everything you know about whatever that fact is, right? But it will still be there. Like the sun hypothetical, you removed every knowledge you know about the sun, but the sun will still be there. You will still acknowledge its existence, like the moon and the bear if you give the phone to the bear will still acknowledge its existence even though it doesn't know what it is. But if you remove the very thing that you're pulling from, the Bible, you would have no idea that God exists, especially the Christian God exists. You would have no idea. So that is not a fact. It's not even classified as a theory. So, period. Just period. Hello.
Okay. So please, please, for the love of God, bro, what are you talking about? Explain to me your argument.
Okay. So let me just bring it up to you.
Actually, let me give you a hypothetical, huh?
Okay.
All right. If you didn't know absolutely nothing about the universe, if you didn't know absolutely nothing about the universe, would you believe there was still a universe?
No. I wouldn't. I wouldn't even think of something like that. Because that's so big to think of. So no, I would have no idea. Like people didn't have any idea like 500 years ago that there was even a universe. Because they didn't have the technology to
500
grasp it.
years ago? 500
Yeah.
years ago? Are you serious, bro?
They did not know about the universe. They didn't even know about Pluto.
500 years ago? Bro,
Yeah.
what are you talking about, bro?
Goodbye.
Nah, let's argue. Nah, come
No,
on.
you're not even trying to like
No,
be
I'm
here
saying-
presently. You don't even know what you're talking about at all. Okay?
Okay, hello.
Remove that hat! It's like I'm joking.
Oh no, it's just making Roblox great again.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Because
Okay.
I want Roblox to be great again.
Me too, honestly.
Okay,
So
listen.
let me guess, you're a little Christian.
Yes, I would say so. Yes.
So let me ask you like roughly like 11 questions and then I'm gonna tell you why I asked you, okay?
Okay, wait. Before we say
Mm-hmm.
anything, I just want to say, John 13:34 says that, as Jesus loved me, I should love you. So I just want to say that there will be no bad faith between us. Hopefully.
You should have mute your mic and said it that because that's very disrespectful that you just said that to me.
Okay.
Okay, so moving on. If you remove everything you know about this, actually, if you remove everything that you know about a turtle, so you don't even know what kind of creature this is, you don't know that it's a reptile, you don't know nothing about the turtle, would you still think it existed if it was in front of you?
Yes, because I can see it.
Really? That's hard to believe. Okay, let's move on. Let's say your mom was in front of you. Okay?
Okay.
And you don't know that she's your mom. You don't know nothing about her, but she's in front of you. Would you still think that she is your mom?
Obviously not, because I wouldn't know anything about her.
What would you think that she is?
I would think she's a human being with a soul.
Okay, clock that T. All right, moving on. Let's say that Freddy Fazbear was in front of you, and you don't even know what in the world that is. Would you still think that it's Freddy Fazbear?
I wouldn't know what Freddy Fazbear would look like. I don't know who Freddy Fazbear is.
Exactly, you wouldn't you? But you would still determine it's in front of you, right?
Who's Freddy Fazbear? Who's
Oh,
Freddy
you don't.
Fazbear?
Oh, you don't know. Okay, period. Okay, let's bring it to the sun. Let's say that you removed everything you know about the sun. That is 20 times million the mass of the Earth. You don't know no facts about the sun. You don't know nothing about it. Would you still think it existed?
Yes, because I could see it.
Okay. If you remove the Bible, which means if the Bible didn't ever exist, in this hypothetical, if the Bible didn't exist, would you still believe in God?
Probably, yeah.
And would you be a Christian?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so explain to me how, for the second prompt, how would you be a Christian if the Bible didn't exist in this hypothetical?
living off the morality that was naturally given to me by God.
Okay, but even though that would be true, that wouldn't make you a Christian. Because Christian
Yes, it
doesn't
would,
just have
if I
to
would believe in
be.
the Christian God.
Yeah, but how are you going to believe in a Christian God without the Bible? Because that would come from the Bible. How would you gain your morals?
Are we talking like, am I like the only human on Earth?
How no, it wouldn't be. You wouldn't. Okay.
Okay.
But it wouldn't explain the morals because it doesn't exist. It wouldn't explain none of the things that you still claim that you would have. So
Well,
those you don't gain. Well, you get your idea of how to act through the Bible in the
But
story.
where would I get my morals
So
from?
you will get an idea how to act, right? Like love thy
Yeah, but
neighbor.
where would I
You
get
would
that
only
from?
get that from the Bible, not your
No,
sense.
you should.
You're thinking about your
No, because
sense.
we naturally know that people dying is bad and
That
people
doesn't
living is
come
good.
from that doesn't come from God, because
It would, because where would it originally have came from?
observing.
Observing. But then how would we
Because
know that it's good or bad just by observing?
but it depends who you ask. Because a murderer can think it's
I'm
lovely.
asking you.
Okay, so when you say by we, which I'm gonna have to classify 8 billion people into
I
one.
didn't say we, I said you.
No, you
Just
didn't.
you.
You said we.
I said you.
Okay, I obviously am not Christian, so I would not
Okay.
get it from there. So I don't know why would you ask me that. So let's
Well,
just go
then,
back. Let's just go back.
okay.
Let's just go back, okay? Let me rephrase it to you because I don't think you're
All right.
understanding. So you get your morals and how to act and how you will be punished from the Bible, okay? And what to expect. You only get those things from the Bible, nowhere else, okay? So if the Bible didn't exist, how would you know what's good and wrong that would only come from the Bible?
We're all made in the image of God, and God gave us morals. So the Christian God gave us morals. So we would already naturally have the morals of good and bad.
Okay. So you would be Christian?
Yes, because that's the one true God.
Okay, so you don't need to have the Bible then in your possession, right?
Just like
Yes or
the
no?
tribes on North Sentinel
Yes or
Island.
no? So you don't need to go to church either.
No, you should go to church.
No,
Every
but
single
no, not we. You don't need to go to church.
I should go to church every
But
single
you
day.
don't need to go, right? Because you
No,
already have that inside of you. So you don't need to nobody needs to tell you what's right and wrong that you will only get from the Bible and from church. But you claim that God teaches you this without those things involved. So you don't need those things. Now, do you?
I do need him.
How do you need
Because-
something like that? You just claim that.
Because I'm a natural sinner.
Okay, so if you are a natural sinner, right? And without the Bible involved, how would you know what to do as a
If I didn't
Christian?
know-
What to do as a Christian? How would you know?
Okay. Well, I wouldn't know, but listen.
Okay, that's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear. So the answer would be no.
Please. No.
The answer would be no. No, I want to move on to the last. I want to move on to the last conclusion.
I'm not educated on that topic.
No,
So,
you don't.
if I would've
You know, you
died
have
not-
no education on that topic because
May-
it never
may I please
existed.
May I please talk? If I had no education on that topic, and then I were to die 50 years later, still not having that thought or that education on that topic, a fair God, which is the Christian God, would be like, hey, You
We're
had
not
no
talking about after
idea.
death. We're not talking about after
You
death.
would
That
have
has nothing to
had
do
no
with the
idea.
question. That
But
has nothing
it's
to
related
do.
it's related to the question.
It's not, okay? I'm not talking about when you die, then the Christian God will come to you. I'm talking about when you are alive, okay? So I don't know
would
why
never
in the
know
earth
what's
would you
going
bring it
on.
there. Okay,
I,
so the answer is now
you're running.
no, because you wouldn't have
May I
any
say something?
knowledge. No,
May
you
I say
wouldn't
something?
have any
You're
knowledge.
running from the argument.
I'm
I'm
not the
not
one
gonna let
bringing
you.
things that
I'm
have
not gonna
nothing
let.
to do with it. You wouldn't be a Christian if the Bible didn't exist, because you pull from morally and what to do and how would you be punished and how the world was created and how Jesus walked and what Jesus did. You all learn that from the Bible. So if the Bible didn't exist, you would not be Christian. And you will probably, if you would still choose the route of God, you would probably 100% believe in a different God. You wouldn't believe in Christianity. Why is it so hard to understand that? I mean, you do understand, you just know that it's bad for you to answer, so that's why you don't want to answer it. Can you unmute, please, Mischief?
Oh yeah, I was.
Little Reggie, you're right, little Reggie boy. Little Reggie. Okay, are you listening?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, wait, no. I know the thing.
I
don't know
don't
why.
accept things that I cannot see. Okay?
Do you reject the one?
Do I what?
No. I'm just reading what he's saying.
Stop
Rejects
reading what
what
Reggie's saying, because Reggie is not you. You guys are different. You don't need to talk for him. Okay?
Ow.
Yeah. I think it's an
Okay.
interesting take. Would you be Christian without the Bible? That's I'm not really well versed on
No,
that.
it's
That's
not a
an interesting
question.
take.
It's a literal fact you wouldn't. You would not be. It's not that hard. You wouldn't be Christian if the Bible never existed. Because if you
Now,
would,
saying
if
that God doesn't exist because the Bible doesn't exist is a little weird. There's an
no, I'm
argument there.
saying the
But
Christian
saying that
God.
if you wouldn't be Christian without the Bible, that's an interesting take. Yeah, I could. Wouldn't really know, from my understanding, how would you be Christian without the Bible? But yeah,
Yeah, talk to yourself. We got all day.
okay. Well, for me, I'm thinking of like there's other religions out there, and there's more fun religions too. Like,
We're not
what was
talking
that
about the
one?
New Testament, bro.
But yeah, I'm not like totally like even Christian. I just wanted to come up.
Yeah, so it wouldn't disprove all gods. It will disprove the Christian God. And then I would switch it up
Well, no,
for
it
the
wouldn't
Islamic
disprove it. It would
God,
just
and then I would switch it up for the Hindu God, and I would switch it up for each and every one. So I'm
well,
only
no,
talking about the Christian
It
God.
wouldn't you can't use that to disprove the God that exists.
Which one are you talking about?
Because with your logic, you can say if you never had any knowledge of a virus or bacteria, or like you burned all biology books, would bacteria still exist?
Okay, but one is a fact, one is not. Okay? So like I brung
Yeah,
up with
but
him,
you wouldn't
hold
know.
on. When I brung up with him, it doesn't matter if you don't have any knowledge on something,
Mhm.
it would still exist because you may see it, it may affect you, right? So you
Right.
can't say a bacteria doesn't exist and you're being affected by that. That's
You
how
wouldn't know.
people knew to do research on something because it was affecting them.
Right,
Obviously.
but in that scenario, you wouldn't know that bacteria exists.
You would know that something bad happened and what
Right.
caused that. You wouldn't
You
call it
wouldn't know what
bacteria.
caused it.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what caused it. You wouldn't know that what exactly it is, but you can know that you're being affected by something.
Yeah.
But just because you don't know, that doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
what
it's
I'm
a
saying.
fact.
So that's what I'm saying. That logic
hmm
is flawed.
Okay, so let me rephrase the question because I think you got it mixed.
Right.
Okay, so the question was, if let's say you're a Christian, if the Bible didn't exist, would you still be Christian? Can you answer that?
That's a good question. Now that's a good question.
Can you answer?
I personally don't know how you would be Christian without the Bible.
Can you just say yes or no?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
You don't know the answer, but you just said I don't know how you would. So
Yeah, I don't know how
that's
you would.
so would you just say no to that if you don't know how they would?
Well, I don't know how they would. It could be yes or no. I'm not really.
Well, if you
good
can't
at that.
fathom something, do you immediately think that there's another room for another option when you can't fathom it? I'm confused.
Yeah, that's kind of how science works. That's that's how we progress. But no.
Okay, but nothing's
see
being
both
affected
things
by
on that.
God. Okay? Nothing, you cannot see God. You cannot do it under a microscope and see it. You have no direction to even think there is a cause. Okay? So let's rephrase the question. You wouldn't think there would be a God because you wouldn't have nothing to pull from, which would be the Bible.
Wait, hang on. In that
Are
case,
you getting a
no.
phone?
I would have to say no. I wouldn't be a Christian in that case.
Because you wouldn't fathom something like that because you don't have something like that in your mind from another place. But when something's a literal fact, it doesn't matter how you can fathom. If it's there, like the sun, and you don't know what the sun do and what the sun can do, but you can still acknowledge it's there because it's a fact that the sun
It's
exists.
still there.
Okay,
Oh, no,
yes.
that makes sense. I like that. Yeah.
So how is one going to claim that Christianity exists without the Bible?
I guess it would be like if there's different branches. I don't know, like the other guy said, brought up about.
They
church
all
fathers.
believe in
I don't-
God, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus. Okay.
Right.
So each and every
I can see that.
domination would have to follow the Bible. In different ways, yes. But if the whole Bible would be removed, it will still knock out each and every domination of Christianity. Period. So even if God existed, you would have no way of knowing that. Absolutely no way. Without Christianity, which will come from the Bible.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can see that.
And it's
I mean,
not
the
a
word of mouth
fact.
thing is like weird, but not really much things hold up with word of mouth, like at all.
So let me
I don't
ask
know.
you. Let me ask you something. Let me ask
Yeah.
you something.
Yeah.
So let's say a man who kind of looks like a girl, right? These people claimed that they saw this man who's acting weird, who's acting strange, who's never acted that kind of way ever before, right?
Mhm.
They saw him do something that has never been done before, right?
Right.
But those people is actually coming from one person's mouth. So one person claimed, let's say 500 people saw this guy that looked like a girl who done things that no one else has done before, has done something that no one else has ever done. And you know that because it's impossible what these people claim they saw. But those 500 people are not coming to you. It's only one person claiming that there were 500 people. Would you believe what that guy's saying?
I mean, isn't that what a Mormon is?
No, I don't want to hear. No, I'm not talking about Mormon. No. This is a hypothetical, right? With no names involved. Okay? Just would you believe in something like that?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. No, don't.
Could. It's romantic. So I'm
Okay,
just
so
like, I could
let's
see-
bring up something that actually has a word to it. So let's say that 150 people saw an alien spacecraft in the sky. Okay? And they did not just see it, they saw aliens in it. These aliens that's never been described before. Like never ever, right? But those 150 people didn't come to you. That one person claimed that those 150 people existed and they saw it. So it's not coming from their mouth. It's coming from this one person's mouth that it was that much people who saw this. Would you believe that person?
Not without evidence, no.
So what if I came to you and said 600 people saw a floating body that was a girl, right? And I was the only one who told you this, no one else, right? Not even those 600 people. Would you believe me?
No, not without knowing who you are. No.
Let's say you knew me for 3 years, and I made up that story that no one has ever claimed, and that's literally impossible. Just knowing that fact, and you knowing me, would you believe me?
I want to say no. I'm not that gullible.
So, if these 300 witnesses claim they saw Jesus do this magical thing, but Paul is the only one who claimed that there were 300 people and that Jesus did these things, would you believe that Paul actually is writing down the truth?
No, that's a good one. That's a good one. I guess we can put it like that. No.
So why are you Christian?
Oh, I just came up because I don't know why.
No, but you're Christian, so tell me, why are you Christian?
I'm not really Christian.
But you're not saying no either.
It's a weird gray area for me. It's more like more like a romantic. I like the idea.
You're romantic?
No, like in a sense of like, life and death and such and that. Not like drama movies. But like, I don't know if it's a truth that I would bet my life on. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Can a truth exist if that truth is only coming from one source?
Yeah.
Really?
No, it could.
So
but,
what truth has only one source that only comes from one place that cannot be backed up by multiple sources? It's only just one. Tell me what thing is that that's actually a truth?
I mean, that's how things are started, right?
Yeah, but that's not how they end. But this, for over centuries upon centuries, there's only one source, right? And people have actually been trying to figure out these answers, and it's been very debated upon. But there's still only one source that claiming that this actually happens, this truth. So you think that's valuable?
There's a lot of things that we can't really prove definitively. It's kind of
yeah, but it doesn't come from one source, though. That's what I'm trying to get to you. It's usually multiple sources. Things that maybe you could observe yourself if you have the right gear, or you're in the right place, right? So this is a source that you can never observe at all. It's only coming from hearsay, word of mouth, and it was written over 1,000 years ago. And it's only one source. And then there's multiple other different kinds, but all come in different ways, claiming that they know the true knowledge of the source. So, are you going to believe this?
I'm honestly can be persuaded either way.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Yeah, I think you're failing. Right, Scoofy?
I'm just in like a gray area now,
No, you're in an area that you put yourself in because you choose not to get an understanding of things that actually are here and actually can be given to you. So you choose to be in that area because you think that there's other answers when there's really never going to be another answer. Period.
Well, you could say that, but it's like the point is that I don't know if there's another answer. So.
Wait, are you agnostic?
Life goes on. It's like 9 to 5 and stuff. Still have to get a job and
yeah, that has nothing to do with God, by the way.
It's just that there's things.
God doesn't help you. You can only help yourself. So what's the point of believing? If it has no benefit to you at all. What would be the point?
Well, no, there's a benefit. There's a benefit to it.
Such as?
Reason why I'm still I still hang out with a lot of people in the religion and still go to church a couple times. It's like.
But you're wasting your time. You have to realize that. You're
It's not a
wasting your
waste of
time.
time.
It's
like
a big
these
waste of
people,
time.
They're in good spirits. They're hopeful and stuff. I just like to be around, that environment. Good people.
Yeah, but these people are not only putting down a lot of fallacies to continue with this religion, they also put a lot of genocides, ignored a lot of genocides that goes on in the book and thinks it's perfectly okay to skip over because of people like you who just accept it either or and doesn't question a thing and thinks everything is just peaceful and rainbows just because people are praying and being hopeful, which is actually far from the truth.
Well, no, I wouldn't say.
Well, yes.
Because I'm not the objectivist who thinks in like black and white and who
It's
knows,
not a
like,
black and
without a
white. It's
doubt
only
what's right.
one. It's
No,
only
that's
one
the thing.
color.
Like, once you're in that kind of teachings, you kind of grew up in like a dichotomous belief of, I know what's right and wrong objectively. Here's what it says. I'm not
No.
really into that.
Well, that's not what these people like me believe in. We just believe life is short. Don't waste your time, especially on something that has created more harm than good. That's it.
I don't think life is short. I don't know why people keep saying that.
Life is extremely short because guess what? It can be taken from you at any minute.
I wouldn't make it short, make it end.
All right, but it is short because it is. That's all.
It doesn't feel short. I think that's an opinion. That's an opinion. Life is long.
Sheesh, can you please go end it all?
Imagine sitting in a room for 19 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, but when you got distractions, it go by fast.
Yeah.
Hey, little girl, do you want to speak? Yes or no? 5, 6, 8. Hello? Okay, doesn't want to speak. Hey.
Hey.
So you wanted to join?
Yeah.
Ting?
Yes.
So, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Are you from Indonesia?
No.
Where are you at?
Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget that they have that too.
Yeah.
So, what God do you believe in?
Jesus Christ.
You mean the Christian God?
Yeah.
And what do you believe in, Pennywise?
Is this only for people that believe in it, or like people who don't?
I mean, I'm an atheist, and then there's some Christians here.
Okay.
I mean, I don't necessarily believe there really is one.
You need to make up your mind and make it up fast, because you don't got a lot of time.
I mean, there's people who don't know, so I don't know. I don't know if there.
I mean, there's people who have enough evidence, but choose not to go with the evidence and claim they don't know.
I mean, I believe in science. Well, I know science is, true, but I don't. I mean, we don't know. We don't know because we don't know everything about reality.
We do know, because if it was a fact, then it would be embraced as a fact. I mean, it wouldn't be embraced; it would just be existing. But it's not a fact.
I believe in science because it makes more sense. But then again, like, we truly just do not. We don't know everything about reality. Neither do you. Neither do Christians. Neither do.
So why would you form a gap where you don't know the possibility of something being there? I don't understand.
Because we don't know anything. We truly don't know anything about existence.
We know enough to rule out decisions.
I go towards one side because it makes more sense. But then again, like, we truly just don't know what.
You can't go halfway on a side that has no evidence.
That doesn't mean I believe in religion, right? I just don't know if there is a God or one.
You cannot fill halfway a gap that you have no evidence to supply it.
What are you talking about?
Since you are like, I don't know, but there's literally no evidence to prove that God has ever or will or been existing, right? But you choose to act like that is enough for you to say I don't know.
I agree with you, but then at the same time, we
Here we
don't,
go.
bro. How can you say that and then
So
like,
how do you know
do
that
you know?
I didn't
Okay,
create the universe?
because I know you didn't.
How you know? What's your evidence?
How do you know there isn't one?
Can I talk?
No, answer
Can I
me.
ask?
Oh, okay. Tank, what
Because
do you
you
have to
didn't create
say?
the universe.
That's not
Can I
enough
ask?
evidence. What's your question?
Can you prove that God is not real?
Okay, if God is real, strike me down now.
Hmm?
She's not God,
Exactly. No, I'm not talking
but
about
she's
her.
not.
I'm just speaking it out.
Okay.
But he's not. He's gonna do it for no reason. If he did exist,
First of all,
he
you
wouldn't?
claim that you don't know, so keep hold to that position.
Why
Okay?
are you getting mad at my opinion?
No, but you claim you don't know, and then you say God is He, and that He can't do that. So, do you know, or you
Well,
don't?
according to like the Christian, way, it doesn't. He doesn't just do that because somebody told him
God
to
has
do
done many
it.
miracles. This could be one of those things. Of
A
showing
miracle
someone
is
who doesn't
striking you
believe
down.
to believe. That's a miracle.
A miracle would be striking you down right now.
A miracle would be showing me a sign, which would be striking me down.
Well, a lot of people get struck down. A lot of people don't.
A lot of
So
people get striked in Christian God, in the Christian worldview, and then they turn into believers. Like they
when a
get
lot of
into a
people
car
get struck
accident and all of
down
a
and
sudden
they
they're a
die.
Christian.
A lot of people get struck down right now and they die. So you
Okay, well,
probably
those are
died.
not the ones who God wants to be a believer, clearly. So again, if God is real, strike me down, but don't kill. 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. There we go. Absolutely nothing. According to your take, if you were to be struck down right now, you wouldn't be able to process the information. Listen, if
I
I
mean,
literally am, because you're, can you, hold on. If I know what I'm saying and I know if this might be a sign, obviously I would know. But if I go through my life worrying about a different problem and God so-called does something to me, I'm just going to think that's my everyday life. I'm not going to compare it to God. But if I'm thinking about it and I'm expecting it, obviously I'm going to think, oh my God, this is a sign from God. But it's not. It's
well,
never a sign. It
can I
is
ask you
never
a
a
question?
sign because that doesn't exist.
Why don't you
Jesus.
believe in him? Why
Because
don't
of
you
that,
believe in him?
because that what I just said, it just
No, no, no,
simply
no.
doesn't
What's
exist.
like a real scientific reason why you don't believe in him? Do you study
Science
science?
has not proved it. That's right there.
What?
Science has not proved God.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You
Is
said
there a scientific
scientifical. That's
Yeah,
scientifical.
do you like research science more? Is that like a reason why you don't believe in him?
No, it's just certain things that contradicts every God that science has brought to that is a fact
Brought to
that
fruition?
refutes. No, you can't bring to fruition a fact. It just already existed. So, oh, all right, I'm leaving. I think there's a reason why she's not believing. There's always a reason why people don't believe. It's not up to you to think is that reason good enough.